A team in the year's finale of the KOSMOS Innovation Challenge has manufactured biodegradable plastics from cassava starch, which according to them decomposes in less than 6 months. Henry Kwesi has been learning more about this. He put it all together in this report read to you. Right, we'll have to apologize. We will bring you that story later. But right now, UNDP Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire will in 2021 pay $400 per ton to cocoa farmers on all categories of cocoa beans under a new price formula aimed at rewarding farmers and further generating the needed foreign exchange for the two countries, which combined produce 65% of the world's cocoa. The agreement, according to President Akufo-Addo, has the blessing of leading chocolate firms in the world. He has been addressing a UNDP presidential dialogue with African influencers, touting government's Ghana Beyond Aid mantra, which has value addition to raw materials at the center of the initiative.
We were the place for charities and NGOs to practice their trade, on the battleground for debates in the developed countries on the size of aid budgets. If charity and good intentions were going to transform Africa, it would have happened long ago. The irony of it all is that our continent is generally acknowledged to be the best endowed in the world. The great rivers of the world flow through our continent, and so are the lakes and the dramatic waterfalls. We have breathtaking deserts as well. We have picturesque and captivating landscapes. All the minerals that are needed to run modern economies are to be found in our continent. Indeed, 30% of the Earth's remaining minerals are in Africa.
Now, we can bring you that earlier story I mentioned about a group that, as part of the KOSMOS Innovation Challenge, has discovered a way of creating biodegradable plastics using cassava starch. Now, they say these plastics can biodegrade within 6 months. Check it out. Henry Kwesi has been learning more. Here's his report read to you.
To many people, the mere mention of cassava brings fufu, gari or ampesi to mind. A group of young innovators, however, found a way of producing biodegradable plastics from cassava. Agroplast is a team in this year's KIC challenge that has produced a starch-based plastic that completely decomposes in just 6 months.
On our market research, we went to Ejura and some other areas that produces cassava a lot. And the main problem is lack of, markets for their produce. So a lot of them go waste. And so these produce that go waste, we are using to produce bioplastic. And this plastic will degrade in a matter of 6 months after it has been used. So it means that this produce is solving the issue of the farmer produce going waste and the plastic waste in the country.
So in development of our plastic, our bioplastic, we use cassava. And so it serves as the backbone of the plastic we develop instead of the hydrocarbon. First, we have to extract the starch out of these cassava tubers by cutting or peeling and then blending and obtaining our slurry. After we obtain our slurry, we have certain chemical substances which are organic in nature, which aid in the plastic formation. These substances are plasticizers, such as sorbitol. We have the sorbitol, which aids in it. We also have the glycerol. And then we have the vinegar, which serves as acid in boosting the plastic production.
Okay.
So, you know, after this, what happens? What do you do?
All right. So after this whole process, after making our solution out of the starch and these chemical substances, what we do is that we have to leave it or expose it to the oven for drying. After the drying process, we are able to obtain a film, a slide film from that which holds a plastic property. And out of that film, at a large industrial area, we are able to convert this film into mulching films, polyethylene bags, and other plastic materials or products which we use in our daily lives.
This innovation is a solution to Ghana's plastic pollution problem, which has reached alarming levels, clogging drains and gradually suffocating aqua life. In fact, a UNDP report states that out of over 1.7 million tons of annual plastic waste, only 2% of it is recycled. The young innovators show a simple experiment of how rapid the starch-based plastic decomposes in warm water. In comparison to the conventional plastic, the biodegradable plastic dissolved in a matter of minutes after it was dipped into warm water.
Yeah, this are one of our produce.
Okay.
Yes, and it's made from starch, pure starch.
Okay.
Yes, and so we have, and this is the conventional plastic, the normal plastic we use every day. They are all low density. Yes, so we can. This is our own.
So what is in the solution? What solution is that?
This is just warm water.
Okay.
Now the warm water is representing the environment, the temperature at which this product will be exposed to for it to degrade or decompose. And this is the conventional plastic.
Okay.
You can put it here as well. Okay.
All right. So what is happening?
Yes. So our product, the bioplastic, is dissolved completely as compared to the conventional one, which is still strong in the warm water we have here. Yes. So if the camera can capture it, you see it dissolved completely. Yes, it dissolved completely as compared to the conventional plastic, which is still, strong. Now, the conventional plastic takes a maximum of 400 to 1,000 years to degrade completely from the environment. But our product is 6 months. But based on the use, we have the formula we can adjust the component that will make it extend to at least 1 year. Because some of farmers or what we use in our homes, are not single use, or maybe we use it in a long term. So we can adjust our component in such a way that they can meet its use.
AgroPlus believes they have found a solution to the long-standing battle of reducing plastic waste.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. We were actually privileged to be part of the launch of the National Plastic Action Partnership with the President. And what he mentioned is that they were trying to commit resources to, innovations like ours, so that the government can support us to make sure that, because if there's no alternative, we cannot ban it. And now we have the alternative. We have the solution to Ghana's problem, even Africa's problem. And we think that we have the solution. And so all we need is the support from, all the other places that can help us. Yeah.
The Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, Professor Frimpong Boateng, has stated that the country will not ban plastics until there's an alternative.
This is a very complex issue. We have to manage plastic. We don't consider plastic as a waste or filth as such, but it's a resource that can be utilized to create employment and to generate wealth. And so, in the first place, a ban can be considered, but that should not be the first thing, because already we have challenges. A lot of people, if we take sachet water, for example, because we have polluted our water bodies, people in our communities, especially in mining areas, don't have access to the water because the water is cannot be used for domestic purposes. And therefore, they rely on plastic sachet water. So not until we have dealt with those other problems and make sure that there are alternatives, I don't think we can ban the plastic now.
For now, cassava plastic appears to be an innovation that the country should consider investing in. Henry Kwisibedu for JoyNews.